everybody, except for the people who went to the bathroom. Fuck them. They're my sworn enemies. I've got a lot of enemies. Give it up for all the comics you saw. Security guard sitting at the desk out there, probably very confused and has heard some things that he can never unhear. But he lives by the security guard code, which is never repeat what you hear. It's important. It's important. You guys have been a lot of fun. You guys have been really cool, and I'm terrified right now. Because I want you guys to think that I'm cool too, and I do comedy a lot, and I am not everybody's cup of tea. Some people fucking hate me. I mean, hate me. But you guys seem cool, so I hope that you don't hate me. You look like you kind of hate me, like I cut you off 7 years ago. And like that's the only reason that you're here. You've been stalking me on Instagram, watching my stories from a secret account. I thought it was just cute cat videos following me. No, it was you, and you're gonna teach me to use my turn signal tonight! I blew it! I wanted everybody to love me, and they won't. So strap in, Blue Believers, because for the next 20 minutes you're stuck with me, that BLUND baby, Kristen with Queen Samaritan, Prime, with the Great Lakes, Boy, you can't let it segregate. Mr. Aggies can do goddamn sweet for you. The only common demand is your girlfriend's favorite writer. I know she's in the bathroom, but I'm gonna talk to her after the show, dog. The only comedian pointing at you right now, probably the only comedian that's ever pointed at you in your life. How are we doing, everybody? Today I've had 2 coffees, 3 Celsius. Yesterday I drove 600 miles in the car and I wore sunglasses that made everything look like the Mexico scenes in Breaking Bad. I could see through space and time. I knew tonight was going to be a great night. These guys don't know that I'm worried that they're going to hate me right now. So right now, I'm fucking with it. Oh, man. I went to the bathroom before Sherelle's set, somebody walked in, I got scared, splashed water on myself, I swear to God it wasn't pee, dude, and now I don't know, maybe it was pee, maybe I'm leaking. Is my zipper down right now? I don't know, it's very cool in here. I have problems. Can anybody get me pills? Brian's a pharmacist, I know, but they watch The Pharmacist, alright? I know. I've tried with Brian. There's a reason you won't see me on any of his shows, and it's because the cops are watching me. I need pills. I have problems. I have a little something called adult attention deficit disorder, which is way too many syllables for a guy who's still trying to think if anybody in this room was alive for 9/11. What was I doing during 9/11? I was in my senior year of high school. I was actually in shop class, and the shop teacher had me go room to room, putting little copper wires in the back of all the TVs so that we could all be traumatized together. I'm responsible for 472 people watching people jump to their death and then dying of fentanyl. That's on me. But I need pills. I have a doctor who sucks. She will not give me pills. She's a new doctor. Like, I've only been seeing her for like 5 years. And I had an old-timey doctor before that. I had one of those doctors from the time I was 5 to the time he retired 5 years ago, and he wouldn't give me any pills that I wanted. I couldn't make that sweet old man my drug dealer though, so I just suffered for years, you know? And then he retired, and I had to get a new doctor, and I'm like, all right, today's the day. I'm getting my script, baby. I showed up in the office, I'm like, let's fucking roll. Break out the notepad, doc. But she wanted to get to know each other for a half hour, like we were gonna spend our lives together. It's like, no, just until my insurance runs out, because I need pills, okay? And you have to do the chit-chat, you have to do the awkward getting to know, because you can't just walk into a doctor's office and be like, give me some pills! You know, they're not gonna do it for you. So I had to play the game with her, and at the time, I used to be over 300 pounds. 5 years ago, I used to weigh 300 pounds, and I lost over 100 pounds. You won't want to clap when you find out how I lost that weight. Bullying. My wife bullied me into having an eating disorder. My wife bullied me so good that for 6 months I did nothing but drink smoothies and punch myself in the leg every time I wanted a cookie. It worked. It worked, all right? Yes, I went on a high school girl getting ready for prom diet, but it worked. If I could have held out 2 more weeks, Johnny would have asked me to prom, and then we probably would have gone to college and been happy together, but I blew it, okay? But I used to be a big boy, okay? So when I met this doctor, I was the 300 pounds, and I walked into the office like, just give me these pills, and she was like, we need to talk. And we're talking, we're chit-chatting, you know, I'm doing great. I'm a young man in the prime of my life. I feel good. I just need to work in that I can't focus, okay? So I'm just trying to work this in, you know what I mean? And she's like, well, you know, don't you want to talk about your weight? And I was like, we have spent 20 minutes of me avoiding that question. I should have lost 5 pounds tap dancing around this room trying to avoid this. No, I don't want to talk about my weight, you know? But then I lost the weight. Bullying is what we were talking about, right? We were talking about that. I'm going to tell you what my wife said that made me change my weight. I'm going to tell you what she said to me that made me lose all that weight. We were in bed late night as happy couples are watching reruns of 2.5 Men. Who's the half man? Is it the little boy or Charlie Sheen? I don't know. They're both so immature. Laughs ensue. The show is great. Check it out if you haven't. You'll have a blast. You don't want to hear about the show, though. You want to hear what she said to me. You want to know what she said, so I'm going to tell you, okay? Late night. Reruns, class action lawsuit commercial comes on. The voiceover guy goes, were you a teenage boy in the 90s who took this medication and developed breasts? And without missing a beat, she hit me on the shoulder and goes, is that what you took when you were a kid? And then she laughed. She laughed hard. She just laughed a laugh that I have never heard from her before or since. It was deep. It was good. She started cramping. She was laughing, so she had to throw her foot out of bed and start stomping. The neighbors downstairs were like, is everybody okay up there? I was like, not everybody. So I lost weight. I lost the weight, and I was so excited because my checkup with Dr. D was coming up, and I was like, Dr. D is going to be so impressed with me. She hated me when I was fat, but now I'm svelte, I'm feeling good, I'm looking good, I'm getting my fucking pills. Let's go, right? And I'm there ready. Like, I'm like flexing in the mirror behind the door waiting for her to come in. I'm like, let her down gentle with these big shoulders, dog. She's probably gonna leave her husband, ask me to leave my girl. I've never had to reject anybody before in my life. This is incredible. What a day for me, you know? And she walked in and she saw me. She looked at me. She looked down at the chart. I know she saw that number. She looked down. She looked back up at me like, am I in the wrong room? I'm like, no, you are in heaven, baby. You know? She looked back down at the chart. She looked at me and she goes, well, you can still stand to lose a few pounds. Ouch. That hurt. Then the pandemic happened. And office visits shut down. I put on 25 pounds during the pandemic, and I could not lose it. Then the office opened back up, and she wanted me to come back in. And I was terrified. She didn't like me with love grips. Now that the love handles are back, I'm not getting my pills, you know? And I was sitting there nervous, my feet were shaking. I'm like, she's never gonna let me hear the end of it. Like, she didn't like me before, she didn't like me when I got better. Now that I've gotten worse again, she's still gonna fucking hate me, and I just wanna focus. And she walked into the room and she gained way more than 25 pounds during the pandemic. My weight never came up once in our conversation. But she still won't give me pills! The point of that whole story was, if any of you guys have like a brother or a kid that's on Ritalin or Adderall and they're still not doing good in school, like, give me their pills, okay? Like, I know they'll be fine at ECC, okay? I gotta get out of this town, okay? And I need to focus to do that. I can't respond to an email without thinking about where the word email came from. It's electronic mail, it's not that hard. How did an hour and a half go by? Please give me pills. I like you guys. Can I be honest with you guys for a second? I feel comfortable with you guys. You guys are cool. I don't think all of you hate me yet. Some of you do. I'm sorry about that time that we got off at the Niagara Street exit. I was worried that I was going to go into Canada and I'm not allowed in there. That's why I cut you off. Please forgive me. I feel like the weight has been lifted off. Wouldn't it be fucking crazy if he just walked up and left right there? He'd be seriously here for an apology. Oh man, I gotta be honest with you guys. I can't lie to you. I'm not actually the boy king of anything. All those nicknames I said up front, I just made them up. You say whatever you want up here, nobody fact checks you, it's ridiculous. People just believe you when you say things. They're like, that sounds about right. There should be a guy over my shoulder at all times, like a Joe Rogan Spotify episode that's just like, nope, don't listen to this. This is not that, this is entertainment purposes only. Alright, I can't lie to you people. I wanna be honest with you. I'm 40 years old, I'm too old to be living a lie. Too old for that, way too old. I got caught up living a lie not too long ago, and it was lame as shit. I had to do a show recently at a yacht club, and I use the term yacht very loosely. Because this yacht club was in Tonawanda on the Erie Canal. There's no yachts in the canal. There's not even yachts in Buffalo. Terry Pagula owns the Buffalo Bills, the Buffalo Sabres, and a super yacht. 2 of those 3 things have seen New York State. The yacht stays in Florida. Sometimes it goes to the Mediterranean, but it ain't never been here. There were no yachts here. It was a canal. I could spit across the canal. A yacht isn't fitting in there. You know what I mean? If you tied every boat in the harbor together, it would go from that back wall to you right there. Even collectively, forming like Voltron, there wasn't a yacht in this harbor. Okay? It was mostly just pontoon boats made out of empty Faygo bottles. All right? This was Juggalo country, okay? I was like, I'm gonna impress these boats people. You know what I mean? I'm gonna dress the part. I'm gonna let them know I'm captain of the SS Laughter. You know what I mean? So I put on khakis. I wore a silly captain's hat. I put on boat shoes. I've never even stood on a boat before in my life. They saw right through. It was lame. It was so lame. It was sad. I remember the first time I realized I was living a lie, though. The very first time, oh, it was so cool. I was 17 years old cutting up cocaine on a CD jewel case. Remember the 90s? We need to bring back physical media. What are these kids doing their drugs on? Their phones? They pass that around, showing nudes to each other. I don't know, I'm old. I was chopping it up on that plastic case, though, you know, and I looked down and I saw my reflection and I locked eyes with myself and I went, oh, Chris. Every promise you made me rough the grind off was a lie. And that's the coolest lie to be living. I'm like, I'm gonna do this forever, and I tried, boy did I try, but I grew up very poor, so eventually that powder cocaine turned into crack cocaine. And that wasn't good for anybody but my drug dealer back then and my dentist now. Please don't look at my teeth, they're still a mess. I love you guys. Now this is turning into therapy. Sorry, I'm up here with a little bit of a heavy. I'm happy to be here having fun with you guys because I'm up here with a little bit of a heavy heart because my mom has to have surgery and I am her healthcare proxy. It terrifies me. It really terrifies me. To give you a little more perspective, I'm the youngest of her 3 children. I just told you I used to be addicted to crack. I used to be addicted to heroin too. How am I the best one? What's going on with my family? You know what I mean? Like, why is my mom like, he's the one who's going to keep me alive? You know what I mean? Like, it's simple. She thinks I'll keep her alive for her pain pills. I'm kidding. I would never do that to my mom. I love my mom. If there's one true thing you take away from this show tonight, it is that I am first and foremost a mama's boy. I fucking love my mom. I love my mom.
What's her name?
I love my mom. You know what she is? She's a person who only talks to polite people who don't interrupt me. Her name's Wendy, and she's not some hussy like Clayton's mom. No. My mom got divorced from my dad, and she said, that's enough. And I said, you know what, Mom? I'm all the man you're ever gonna need. I'll take care of you until the end of time. And I'll try it, goddammit, because I love my mom. I love my mom. I fucking love my mom. You love your mom? You can't love your ghost mom? Oh, for shame. I love my mom. You love your mom? You think you love your mom more than I love my mom? No fucking way, bro. Not a goddamn chance. I love my mom. I love my mom so much that I'm going to take, the show's over, everybody. I'm driving you over to your mom's house right fucking now, okay? I'm taking you to your mom's house. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you in her front door. I'm gonna kick your goddamn ass. I don't care. I've got my mom's name across my ribs, all right? So my wife has to see it every time we have sex. I know she's the second woman in my life forever. I love my mom. I'm gonna take you to your mom's house and I'm gonna beat the goddamn ass in her front lawn. I'm gonna beat the fucking shit out of you. I'm not even gonna ring the door first. I'm gonna beat you so badly, she's gonna hear the commotion and come over to the front door and you're gonna be limp on her front lawn. And I'm gonna hold you up and go, this is how little your son loves you! Then I'm gonna put you in my trunk and I'm gonna drive you back to my house and I'm gonna keep you in my basement. All right? I'm gonna keep you there. I'm gonna keep you there. So then when my mom has her surgery, if something goes wrong, heaven forbid, I can barter your soul to the devil to keep my mom alive for a little bit longer. You didn't think of that, did you? No, you didn't think of that either. My mom's gonna live forever, and you're the price I have to pay for it. That's how much I love my mom. You fucking love your mom. Fucking love my mom. I don't want something bad to happen to her, okay? I don't want something bad to happen to my mom. I don't want the surgeon to come into the room and be like, Chris, we did everything we could, but I don't want to hear that because I love my mom, okay? I don't want them to be like, we did everything possible. There's no other options. Because then I'm going to have to make a really tough choice. I want my mom to live forever, but I also have the opportunity to go 2 for 2 on legally killing my parents. Because I was my dad's healthcare proxy and I got him off the game board years ago. He wasn't even that bad. The doctors were like, actually, he might make it. I pulled the plug myself. They were like, actually, he might be okay. I went, no, he won't. Get out of here, Dad. Sorry, should have been nicer to me when I was younger. Sorry, Dad. Should have been a little bit nicer to me when I was a kid. Sorry, Dad. Shouldn't have sent me to my room all those times for not eating my vegetables. What makes you think I want to hang out with one now? The worst part about that joke is I know my dad would have loved it. But he also had to die for it to happen. This has been so much fun. I don't want this to end, but all things must. I gotta go. How can I possibly top that, you know? What are we gonna do up here? Dating is hard. How do we go back from me screaming that I'm gonna murder you in front of your mother? You know what I mean? Like, hey, dating is weird, isn't it? No. Dating is not hard. It's 2024. Dating is hard is something we say to single people so you don't kill yourself when we have somebody to serve us at Olive Garden on Valentine's Day. Are you kidding me? It's 2024. It's so easy. We all have a magical black box that we keep in our pocket that finds people that want us to come on them. What are you doing? How are you alone? Are you kidding me? Use that box. Find somebody. Guys, come on a lady. Ladies, come on a guy. Guys, come on a guy. Ladies, I don't know exactly what you need to do. I've seen some videos. The point is, use that box. Find somebody. Come on. Guys, be a gentleman. Offer to get a towel. Ladies, it's 2024. Get your own towel. You don't need no man. Point is, on your way back to the room, what'd you go to community college for? General studies? Me too. Boom, you're in a relationship. It's nuts. It's crazy. It hurts my heart to see people alone. It really does. It bothers me deep inside. I get sad, and I don't... Listen, okay, stay with me for a second. Ted Bundy was a serial killer back in the 70s. Ted Bundy murdered a bunch of women, got arrested, went to jail, broke out of jail, moved to Florida, murdered more women. Ted Bundy got arrested again. Ted Bundy got married during his second murder trial. What the fuck is wrong with you? Somebody saw that and said, I gotta get a taste of that before it gets locked away forever. What is wrong with you? It hurts my heart to see people alone. There's no secret. There's no secret to it either. Like, you can do whatever you want and wind up in a relationship. I bartend sometimes, and I saw a couple very clearly on a Tinder date together. And the woman said to the man, what about me made you swipe right? Take me out. And he goes, oh, I swipe right on everything and see what comes back. They stayed at the bar for another 3 hours together. They left together. She probably let him come on her later, you guys. How are you alone? What are you doing? You can just be honest with people. It works. There's no secret to it. I'm going to tell you the secret to my success, why I have a happy marriage. I lie to my wife. I lie all the time. Not about big things. I'm not out here living a second life in like Seattle or something. Like, I'm not crazy. But like little things I lie about, you know? Like, do I love when her cats lay on me when we watch TV together? No. Does she know I'm allergic to cats? Absolutely not. Why would I tell her that? So then when she divorces me, she rubs my shit on the cat before she throws it out the window. I have outdoor allergies too. You know? It's just, there's no secret to it. And I get sad when people are single, and I don't want anybody to feel singled out at a show when I talk about this, because I'm rooting for you, okay? There's always a third wheel or a fifth wheel or a seventh wheel at a show who gets reeled down when I tell this joke, and I don't want that. I want you to be inspired to get somebody to come on, okay? That's what I want. I don't want you to go home and the whole car ride be asking your friends, Chris wasn't talking about me, was he? No. I'm not, okay? And you're gonna go to get out of the car and you're gonna ask one last time and you're gonna go, Chris wasn't talking about me, right? And they're gonna go, no, get inside. And then as soon as you close that door, they're gonna go, oh, he was talking about them. And I don't want that to happen. I don't want you to be spiteful towards me because of that. You know what? I don't want you to go home after the show and be like, Chris isn't funny. He doesn't know how to have fun. We have fun in this house. I don't want you to go home to your cat. By the way, it's cats. We can see more than one color of cat hair on you, but we'll live the lie with you, okay? Go home to your cat, you know, and be like, Chris doesn't know fun. We have fun in this house, Mr. Whiskers. We have fun, you know, and you put on The Office, and you're like, this is funny. You know, we're gonna have fun here. Chris doesn't know how much fun we have in this house. And you open a can for Mr. Whiskers, you make a little popcorn for yourself, because you're watching The Office, baby. You're about to laugh, you know? And you sit down, you know, and you're popping that popcorn back, and Mr. Whiskers is putting his head in the bowl, and you're popping it back, laughing a little too hard at those antics of Dunder Mifflin, and you catch a kernel. You're gonna choke on it, and you're gonna die. And nobody's gonna come looking for your lonely ass. Nobody's gonna notice that work is so much lighter and airier for the past few weeks. Nobody notices! Nobody notices that you're gone. Nobody cares. Nobody notices until the mailman sees 3 weeks worth of ad coupons in your mailbox and goes, nobody needs that much savings. And they're gonna kick that door down. And they're gonna find a half-eaten you and a very fat cat. And that cat's gonna get adopted by a family, and you're still gonna be alone. Get it together, people! You guys have been great. Thank you all so much.